Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Rasslemania!
It's happening for a third time, ladies and gentlemen. It's Rasslemania. We're back for a third time, the concluding part of the trilogy. I'm your host, Red Reddington, and I'm here with my colour commentator, Sin Cobra.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I just can't wait. It's great to be here for Summerfest 14 next to my partner, Red Reddington. It's been exciting. It'll still exciting. I like things that are exciting. And hey, I got a better mask.
Hey, you did.
Ladies and gentlemen, here to sing the Mexican national anthem, John Cena!
And it would appear that we are starting tonight with the national anthem. And here to sing the Mexican national anthem is John Cena! Famously defeated at Rasslemania by Barack says, but he's back for one night to sing the national anthem.
I mean, did quite a good job on his theme song, so... Yeah.
Of course, the cousin of John Cena, famously banned from WoW.
He calls himself a John Cena guy now.
Here to sing the Canadian national anthem,
I was expecting
the Calgary
anthem, but it
Kid!
appears we're being interrupted by the Calgary Kid!
Oh, well, we haven't seen him in ages. I mean, he even won a contract battle, contract match against Eugene. Whatever happened to this guy?
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure somewhere in the United Kingdom, Staricus is rolling over in his grave, if he was dead, which I'm not sure if he is.
He is!
Well, we could be seeing a rendition of Oh Canada here. Shout out to all our fans in Canada, including Cortana and Spardo, who are rolling in their money.
Who?
Wait a minute.
Here to sing America the Beautiful, Mr. America!
He's Mr. America!
Wow, Mr. America, brother. I'm excited. I mean, is he here to do another lie detector test?
I'm hoping so. I mean, it's Rasslemania 3. Maybe we're expecting 3 national anthems all at the same time. Can you imagine a remix?
That's pageantry right there.
A remix.
That's the exciting pageantry you'll only get at Rasslemania. 3 national anthems at the same time. You know, I'm half tempted to jump out of my seat and start making my own national anthem.
I think everyone should make their own national anthems and send them in, of course. Don't forget to use the hashtag Rasslemania3 to do that. What a treat to see Mr. America back. Oh no.
Here to also sing America the Beautiful.
Well, I can guarantee. Oh, wait a minute!
Never mind.
Chocolate drop! A chocolate Stone Cold! Stone Cold is here!
He's here! He's in the building! It's him! It's Stone Cold!
Stone Cold Stunner! Calgary Kid!
A stunner!
Backdrop to John Cena! Now Mr. America attempting a headlock. The stunner attempt for John Cena. He doesn't want Stone Cold to interrupt any sort of anthem.
He's here, Stone Cold is here! The Stunners are kicking ass!
Wait a minute! Stone Cold Stunner! Stunner to Mr. America! America has been stunned by Stone Cold!
Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
Another stunner to John Cena!
Stone Cold! Stone Cold! Stone Cold!
Stone Cold says, fuck the national anthems, we don't need them. We're here to wrestle, not here to sing. Stone start out with a chocolate drop. I think we're probably back on UPN now. I think Muhammad Hassan was only on screen for 2 seconds, so I think we've made that.
I think that he keeps going.
Wow, that was a turn up for the books. I thought we were going to get 4 different national anthems, and instead we got Stone Cold. Well, let's hopefully get on with our opening contest. It's the YouTube dream. It's CM Punk versus The Godfather.
I am very excited.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, CM Punk.
It's clobbering time indeed.
Here we have CM Punk on his way to the ring. Him with the WWE Championship. I think it might be a bit cold and possibly a bit frostbit.
It's I believe he's wearing the replica belt to signify the biggest reign in the last decade of the WWE. 366 days, I believe. Maybe longer than that.
Very, very long. One of the most historic reigns in WWE history. Definitely in recent history. He's among the greats, solidified himself as one of the greatest WWE champions of all time. But he's going to have to face a very tough test in this match.
You say CM Punk. I say The Godfather.
And I say this man.
And his opponent, from Las Vegas, Nevada, weighing in at 320 pounds, The Godfather!
Of course, The Godfather would say that pimping isn't easy, but neither is holding the WWE title for so long, defeating people like Ryback, John Cena. Godfather has really got his work cut out for him today. And Cobra, do you have any information of where the Godfather sources his hose from?
Malta?
Well, that would do for me. I was hoping for a gardening pun, but that will do.
Man, Pippin AD. You can put all your hope in me you want, but I'll do nothing to disappoint you.
Watching already, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I want to inform you that Rasslemania is coming to you live. This commentary is in no way pre-recorded, and we'd like to thank the NSA for, protecting us all and keeping our human rights intact.
And the Godfather looks ready, to say the least.
So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and a quick drop kick there from CM Punk. Of course, these two men, they are so similar in so many ways. Both men have tattoos on their arms, big suplex there from the Godfather. Both men sporting beards, and of course, more importantly, they have both slept with a horrendous amount of women.
Of course,
Nice
that's not that, they're similar in many other ways. Neither man has slept with Mae Young, to my knowledge. Neither man placed #1 5 times in the Saskatchewan pizza eating contest.
These are very true facts.
To my knowledge, neither men have completed a 100% playthrough of Donkey Kong Country 3.
These are all pivotal things within this match. And a camel clutch here. He's attempting to break his back and make him humble. And referee Charles Robinson, who'll be doing all the refereeing tonight. And there's a rope break there.
They are also very similar in that neither man has used a 450 splash as their finisher. That's got to be, weighing on their minds.
And wait a minute, for God's sake. They're already taking apart the table. Stay away from the table, please. And CM Punk with a reversal there. I thought CM Punk reversed it, but no, they got for the reverse. CM Punk back into the ring. This feud has all started from a YouTube comment. It all started from a YouTube comment comparing the Attitude Era to the current era of WWE, and there are so many comparisons you can make between CM Punk and the Godfather. I mean, you've got to wonder: will the hose have affected the Godfather at this point?
Oh yeah, I mean, he's obviously, in the backstage giving them a little something. I mean, he's probably energized. I mean, listen, do you remember at the Royal Rumble earlier this year when the Godfather entered in an attempt to chance to go on to Rasslemania and defeat CM Punk, but his plans were unfortunately ruined by Dolph Ziggler. I can only surmise this is because of the PG era not allowing live sex celebrations with the hose, that he was not adequately this one. Believe me, Red, the Godfather wants to prove himself against CM Punk. I mean, it's like the comment said.
Oh, hang on a second. We could be seeing a hoe train here. Big hoe train in the corner. The crowd is going wild for this one.
What did I tell you, Red? What did I tell you?
And here we go. First pinfall of the match, and only a 1 count. A 1 count from CM Punk. I mean, yes, I would agree with you. Live sex celebrations are one of the things that I really do not think should have been taken out of the rule book. And a big suplex brings him in the hard way. And
Godfather, of course, used to the hard way.
He's used to the hard way. I mean, anything's easier than pimping, apparently.
Pimping
so
ain't
his shirt
easy.
says. And Punk's shirt, of course, says he's the best in the world. But can he beat the pimp daddy that is the Godfather? Another big suplex into the inside. And the crowd is going wild for this one. They've come away from their TV screens to watch this live tonight.
This is a dream match, Red. No questions about it. CM Punk versus the Godfather. One-on-one, Rasslemania. It doesn't get any bigger than this.
And if you're talking about a dream match, a nightmare match coming up later in the evening, the Monster Woe takes on Ort Batistadon in a Monsters Ball match. Yes, that's right. I pronounced Ort Batistadon correctly. Anything could happen
just
tonight.
Like that. Hashtag Ort Batistadon. Trending on Twitter.
Another pinfall.
Right now.
And now Godfather, he's kicking out at 1. These two men showing great strength in this opening contest, and a whip out to the outside. Punk grasping his back. I mean, that's thin padding there. There's concrete underneath that.
Very thinly padded mat.
Oh, and a whip into the side of the table there. And another whip into the barricade. Those barricades, that padding is just protecting steel. And now a whip into the steps. Punk is using everything on the outside. This is his experience in the Indies of using the advantage of those long counts in the Indies. And wait a minute, could we be seeing a GTS here? A GTS on the outside!
Wow,
Punk,
that was attitudinal.
I thought Punk might be looking for a count-out victory, but he broke the referee's count. He's looking to punish the Godfather some more, and now a whip into the steps.
CM Punk just proving to the doubters, to the YouTube commenters, that yes, he belongs in the Attitude Era just as much as the Godfather.
He's showing some serious attitude right now.
Yeah, but he wants to teach this.
But it was on the outside. And Punk, there's no point really holding that in. And now Godfather.
I think it was mostly just to embarrass the Godfather.
The float over DDT. It wouldn't be WrestleMania.
It's Percy Watson's finisher.
It wouldn't be WrestleMania without a float over DDT. Pinfall. 1, 2, 3, and it's over.
What did I tell you? CM Punk channeling the power of the recently released Percy Watson, the Godfather, that yes, it's showtime, baby. Oh yeah.
A Who train early on. I thought that was going to be all over. And of course, following up by the barricade there with a GTS. And that DDT, I think all the damage that Godfather took to the head in the match really meant that was all over. Maybe it was ring rust. Maybe it was just not being aware. But Punk has proven that he is indeed the best in the world and the best when it comes to YouTube comments.
Like,
Here is your winner, CM
3-time champion at Rasslemania. Punk has proven himself. Yes, indeed.
maybe he didn't need to prove himself, but he certainly did.
Well, coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, it is the battle of the brains. You've seen Braun, but it's Mike Adamle versus Massive Q. I think this one is going to depend on ring smarts more than anything else.
Absolutely, these two men are some of the smartest, most well-read, most intelligent men in wrestling. Know everything there is to know about the ring.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from the depths of Australia, weighing in at 165 kilograms, he is the columnist behind Ask 411 Wrestling, Massive Q.
Well, here comes Massive Q.
Well, he's definitely massive, and that's definitely a Q. He's living up to his name. Massive Q. Red, what does the Q stand for?
I'm not exactly sure. I'll be honest
But I
with
bet
you.
Mike Adamle would know.
I'm sure Mike Adamle will know exactly what the Q stands for. It's a question that everyone would love to know the answer. I'm sure it's something deep rooted in some kind of wrestling history.
I'm sure. I mean, the amount of knowledge this man has. Your question.
Now, do you think Mike Adamle's lack of knowledge is going to play an important factor in this match?
Lack of knowledge? What are you talking about? The man's a genius.
If
May have
you
had
say
a
so.
few too many concussions, but I want to tell you something. The only thing more dangerous than the man who knows everything is the man who knows nothing.
And his
Making
opponent
me crazy.
from
Here comes
Euclid,
Mike
Ohio,
Adamle
and is
himself.
somehow 63 years old,
Mike
former
Adamle
Raw
was
General
former
Manager
General
Mike
Manager of
Adamle.
For the shortest period of time, the man has put so much of a legacy in the industry that making some kind of on-air botch has been known as making an Adamle.
This is amazing, Red. How would you describe the atmosphere?
I mean, I would say it's electric. I would say it's probably even computer generated. And here we go.
I know. I haven't been... Listen, I don't know about you, but I haven't been this excited for a match since Jeff Hardy.
Cut off there.
This is going to be electric.
But what were you saying? You haven't been excited for a match since...
Well, since Jeff Harvey was going to take on the Samoan Bulldog Umaga one-on-one at Summerfest.
Yes, indeed. I believe that was a real event. And here we see now Massive Q is delivering some huge elbows. I don't think Mike Adamle quite realised what he was going in for today. I mean, I think he thought it was Battle of the Brains, and he turned up in a suit. The big overhead net breaker there. Maybe Mike Adamle has learned something from all those various people
Telling him what wrestling is. I told you, these men are encyclopedic in their knowledge of wrestling. I have to wonder, is Massive Q in any way related to current WWE superstar Big E?
He might be related to Big E. He could even be related to Triple H. I think there's a whole alphabet family that is out there in wrestling, and the likes of Booker T is in there as well. Little A, of course, competed at Rasslemania last year. I mean, this man is quite far down the alphabet. I don't know what that means. Does that mean he's in the realm of X-Pac or who knows? Who knows?
I don't know.
Now on the outside, and Adamle's been thrown into that barricade. Back into the corner now. The big spine bust. Oh my God! They broke it through the barrier.
WWE 13 now trending on Twitter. OMG moments out the wazoo.
And Mike Adamle.
They've only just started, and I can guarantee you, folks, they're not going to stop.
Mike Adamle now attempts to crawl towards the ring. And it looks like Massive Q is signaling for that massive choke slam. That it is his finishing move. But he's not going for it. It would appear that
That's because
Adamle's
Mike
out cold.
Adamle's dead, Red. He's dead.
I think Mike Adamle might have been killed, ladies and gentlemen. We might have to do Owen Hart voices at some point.
This is tragic. This is not part of tonight's entertainment. I haven't been this distraught since Matt Hardy killed himself in a tragic pizza accident.
It is a sad time. It's a sad time for us all. The industry has possibly lost one of
their greatest minds.
Charles Robinson has done the right thing. He's counted Mike Adamle out. Completely dead.
Massive Q
has destroyed Mike Adamle to the point of death.
I'll miss him. I'll miss him. Mike Adamle.
By count out, Massive Q.
R.I.P. Mike Adamle. I mean, this.
R.I.P. Mike Adamle. Now trending on Twitter.
I mean, I'm going to have to say this now. I mean, I think the rest of the show we really have to dedicate to Mike Adamle as the former commentator on ECW. Shame on you, Massive Q. Shame on you. Well, the show must go on, ladies and gentlemen. And, why is it simple as yes, the show must indeed go on. We've got lots to look forward to. I believe coming up next we have Ord Batistadon versus Woe in a Monsters Ball match. I don't think anything is possible to see.
I don't know. Ord Batistadon, one of my favorite superstars, finally getting what he deserves.
And the fans out here are on their feet.
I don't blame them. I'm on my feet. As soon as I hear those memorable words, those beats go crazy inside my head, I cannot contain myself. Ord Batistadon, massive fan favorite, woo, legend, Ord Batistadon.
Of course, this is the first match in a series of 4 tonight, series of 5, sorry, that will decide who has control over 420 Chan's wrestling board. Will it be Woo or will it be the Woo World Order? Ord Batistadon, one of the original monsters of Woo, is here to represent the board, facing Dark Matrix's creation of Woe. A combination of Randy.
The following contest is a Monsters Ball Woo versus Woo World Order match. Introducing first from St. Louis, Memphis, Austin, and Washington, D.C., weighing at a combined weight of 1,165 pounds, Ord Batistadon.
Batistadon looks ready. Absolutely ready. Just look at his face. He is ready to destroy the monster known as Woe, if he can.
Feed me.
And his opponent from the Pit of Band Souls, 420 Chan, weighing in at 1,337 pounds, Woe.
Woe, of course, coming out to the music that was sung by Window Dump at the last Christmas special of Shoot Promo, first mention of the evening, ladies and gentlemen. A combination of RMD and various other banned objects from Woo, makes this monster of Woe. Good God.
That's horrifying. Absolutely horrifying. He looks even more horrifying than ever before. What the hell happened to him?
I mean, last year at Rasslemania, he was in the main event, competing for the 420 Chan Championship, and it appears now that he has become Dark Matrix's puppet, to try and take out Wu once and for all. And Ort Batista has already been thrown into the corner. I apologise if I butcher the name so many times this evening. I'm doing well. I'm hoping Ort Batista Don. But I just keep saying that it'll be fine. Big back body drop there.
Ort Batista. Say it with me, Red.
Ort Batista Don.
Okay,
Ort
thank
Batista
you.
Don.
Thank you.
Of course, this is a Monsters Ball match, and both men have been locked in a room with complete darkness, with only a copy of My Struggle by Dale Winton to keep them company, and no light, no food, no water for 24 hours. This is really going to make both men extremely angry. As you can see, a fist fight starting on the outside.
They are ravenous, and absolutely ravenous.
I mean, how long can a human be? I mean, these two aren't human beings. I mean, you got to think of some of the monstrous creations that have crept on Wu in the history. I mean, Swerve Face for one, Clit Dick, Cone to Taker. They've all come across, but I think, oh my God,
Hysterio Head.
Oh my God, I think Ort Batista might be bleeding, might be busted open at the hands of Woe. This is not good.
Oh man. In all my years on Wu, I have never seen Ort Batista Don bleed. This is shocking, to say the least.
In Ort Batista Don, both these men have only had one match at Rasslemania. Ort Batista Don, of course, was in the Wu Rumble at Rasslemania 1, and Wu... Oh, wait a minute. Could be a powerbomb here. Powerbomb. Another powerbomb. A third powerbomb. And it looks like a pedigree on the outside, a DDT-like maneuver on the outside, and that driving the head into the mat.
That's deadly. I mean, God, give that to a normal man, and you're sure to kill him. But Ort Batista Don, I think it... I don't know how much it takes to put the monster down. It looks like he's already up.
Oh my God, Cobra, don't worry. It's a ladder. Stay calm. I'm sure it'll be fine. And it seems Ort Batista Don, meanwhile, whilst he was getting the ladder out, it looks like he's got some kind of... Is it a walking stick? Is it Kane? Is it a Kane?
That's gotta be Kane! That's gotta be Kane! No.
Looks like I can't tell what that was. It looks like a crutch, maybe. Who knows?
If you'll excuse me, I'll be hiding under the table until the ladder is cleared from the ring. I'm sorry. I'll bring my monitor down so I'll still be able to commentate.
And it looked like Ort Batista was going off the legs of Woe. Of course, Woe is made up of so many different parts. It's hard to really target a body part as such. I mean, do you go for the wings? And hang on, a pinfall here, and only a 1 count.
I, personally, if I was in the ring with that thing, and trust me, I never want to be, I'd go for the Death Star approach and just punch it in its weak spot, that big glowy orby thing, repeatedly.
Yes, that would seem to be a good idea.
You know those action figures that you pressed their little chest symbol and all their limbs would pop off? That's kind of what I'm imagining here.
And Ort Batista seems to be targeting that area, going with a drop kick. A big net breaker. Leads to Rick Rude and the Rude Awakening there. And he seems to have Woe on the ropes. Another second rope, and now targeting that area again, pressing it into the middle rope. That's a good call there, Cobra. There's a big RKO! RKO out of nowhere! Pinfall!
Oh my God, that has to be it.
And a 1 count. We saw this last year. We saw this at WrestleMania 2. It took fire. It took Wrestler to take out Woe. And even the RKO did not do the damage that was necessary.
Only a 1 count. Wow. RKO out of nowhere. One of the strongest moves in Ort Batista Don's repertoire.
I mean, he's also got the Batista Bomb. Don't forget about that.
Of course, the Batista Bomb. The RKO.
Now Woe taking
the catchy
command.
Entrance dance.
Oh, and a big shoulder block. And of course, that's Randy Orton's shoulders that make up Ort Batista Don. And Randy Orton, of course, has...
Of course, wow, that's bad. Randy Orton has just a history of having awful shoulders, we could be seeing a separation here, folks. Of course, I have to wonder, both of these men, monsters, things created out of different parts of different people, things, whatever the hell you want to call them, do they all act independently? You know, if you were to rip them all limb from limb, would they all continue to fight? Or do they form a whole?
I don't know, but I think we might be finding out the answer here. Hang on, that looked like almost a Batista bomb. I'm not sure if it was, but he's going for the cover. One, and still, all Batista's on. Can knock. Oh, KO!
Out of nowhere!
Another one, and still a 1 count.
Only a 1 count. I happen to know this is Rasslemania 3, and it's very obvious with each 1 count that this is definitely Rasslemania 3.
I'm glad we've taught you numbers. It
Yes,
proved.
I know numbers now.
And Woe was hung up in a tree of woe, but it got out of it. Of course, he knows his own maneuver, the tree of woe.
He invented it, much like Booker T invented the spin kick.
True. This is truly a monster's ball here this evening. A big elbow. Now a headlock, of course, a patented headlock from the school of Randy Orton. I mean, those headlocks, he can hit you with a headlock from anywhere.
That is probably his most dangerous maneuver. Talk about the RKO all you want. He hits you with that headlock out of nowhere, are done. Of course, let me just list off all the famous superstars that Randy Orton has headlocked in the past. He's headlocked Mick Foley, Cody Rhodes, Ted DiBiase Jr., Primo, John Cena,
Carlito, of course. And wait a minute, a table
Carlito.
now. Sorry to stop
Possibly
you.
his own grandmother. I mean, that headlock from Randy Orton, it's absolutely dangerous, deadly. It can put anyone to sleep.
Of course, that's only one part of what Batista done. I had to catch myself there. And now Woe with a table. And Lord Batista is not looking good here.
But, of course, as we see here, Woe here with the table and the wings. We could be seeing wings on the table if Batista Don wants them. And I don't think that Woe would want to really be on the table.
Of course, Woe is showing his right to the second move. We could see a pile driver! My God, a pile driver.
We're going to get fined, aren't we?
Careers and lives are being put on the line tonight. We've already seen Mike Adamle die live here tonight.
We could be seeing any number of deaths here tonight. Of course, the pile driver, hit song, the junkyard dog.
So many people have been injured with that. Woe just brings an implement, just throws it down. He's had enough of that.
I'd certainly want to get injured rather than watch the junkyard dog sing.
Maybe he could release an album with a Tank Abbott. Backbreaker there. And a pin. 1, 2, 3. It's over. That back just... Woe just cracked the back of Batista Don. It's 1 point to the Woo World Order. And you can see the damage was done early here.
Mass amounts of fat here, you know, on the part of Batista Don that makes up his body, the Big Daddy V. Of course, all that weight pushing on his spine. It's no wonder that backbreak is enough to take him down.
We did see a Batista bomb, and of course the RKO from Batista Don. There just was not enough to put Woe away. 1 counts everywhere, and there you see the backbreaker. I'm just glad we didn't see another career ended. Well, there it is, ladies and gentlemen.
And here is your winner.
Woe is your victor. Well, that's
The
1
reign
point.
of terror.
That's 1 point to the Woo World Order. There are another 4 matches this evening that will decide the fate of Woo. And is this a sign of things to come? And he's arguing with Charles Robinson. Charles Robinson doesn't know what to make of this.
I would like to just mention You know, all the parts of woe.
Feed me.
Oh, wait a minute.
Feed me.
Wait a minute!
Is that?
What the hell?
It's him! It's him!
It's k.o.t, the original
Suit
monster!
Taker! Look at him! Look at that forehead! That's only one man! It has to be him!
Wait a minute!
Suit Taker!
He's got him up! He's hit him by the throat! Choke slam!
Straight to the pit of bad souls! All the parts of
into
woe!
the mind of a maniac, doomed to be a killer since
My
I came
God!
out the nutsack.
Suit Taker has
A man of
returned!
murderous mind,
And a
stuck
choke
with a
slam!
heart full of terror.
Whoa!
I see the
Whoa,
devil
to
right
hell!
here.
Pit.
Fuck,
He's
like
dead.
Cause when I
He's
grab my
gone.
sword off,
He's bad.
niggas get